Let's watch this video.
I'm Sam and this is my partner Cam.
Just the fact that she was even talking to me blew my mind. People hit on my girlfriend in front of me.
It took me a while to realize I was attracted to Cam.
A lot of the judgment does end up
It took me a while to realize I was attracted, meaning I was never attracted to him. This just reminds me of the story of, how is he called? This billionaire guy who has a bunch of real estate property, whose wife is much taller than him, and she admitted on video that she never felt attracted to him. And she's for sure not more attracted today because he's older. And he's not taller nor better good looking. I mean, if he did some surgery, maybe it would help.
How could she be with him?
Comments like,
Convenience, that's how.
twice if you need help, she's a gold digger, like obviously he has.
Not necessarily gold digger. I know personally people, and very closely, so yeah, who basically decided to live in a life of sort of delusion in which the female has kids and lives with a guy who she never felt attracted, just because she knows he is very kind and will always treat her well and he's a great company, but she's not attracted. She doesn't feel like kissing him, doing it with him. And so anything that he might say that is not perfect, she already jumps the gun and she's like, you're being boring. Which is what we see in a lot of marriages, exactly because of that delusion that people connect themselves, create a family, join together, when they don't actually feel attracted, both of them. And then the other, the smaller one out of 10 in attractiveness, will be treating her, or him, depends on the case, like a god. That's why people like this person will stick around with this guy, because he will always treat her like a goddess. He might not even have some money, so there are plenty of conveniences that a person looking like this might find to date a person like this and even have children, do life together. But no, it is absolutely mathematically, biologically impossible for someone to feel attracted to someone that's below significantly your attractiveness.
Big bank account. This man came up to ask me out on a date. I said, no, I have a boyfriend. He was like, oh, I thought that was your brother.
The time that I've been unemployed, comments from family, friends can get a little hurtful.
I would ask her, do you think this is going to progress you further in your life?
I really enjoy.
I mean, she's not that incredibly pretty, but yeah, she saw a way to take advantage. Yeah, it's a choice of life, and he chooses to live in that delusion. I mean, she chooses to lie to herself, he chooses to lie to himself. That's why delusional people attract each other. But yeah, she's kind of well developed, and she is for sure not healthy mentally, as you can see from this color, in which she expresses her lack of discernment, to say the least.
Getting glammed up. It takes me a good chunk of time longer than Cameron in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, she's that's partially why people look at her and wow, she's incredibly good looking. She's not incredibly good looking. She fakes being incredibly good looking.
He's usually not
I mean,
put anything on until I got my shoes on.
What were your first impressions of each other?
Shocked that she was talking to me. Someone as gorgeous as her.
He was just a big class clown.
A big class clown. AKA a Gestermaxer. A person who knows nobody is attracted to them for their looks, so they become funny. I mean, I don't see why a woman like this, I mean, she was already back then, wouldn't like to have the looking up, the evaluation, the constant appraisal, the constant attention from another person. I mean, I think that's how and why people started developing cyborgs. They want somebody to always be there to do whatever they feel like doing and to make them favors.
Down for sure.
Yes, I definitely.
But yeah, I mean, look at this. Independently of how attractive or unattractive she is out of 10 and him, are they a looks match? I don't see it being. I imagine her with a better looking guy and I imagine him with a lesser good looking girl. Biologically, instinctively speaking, naturally.
Thought that same way out of my league. I definitely could not have imagined that we would end up here.
I mean, in nature, the only... oh my god. This is marketing, personal marketing. Ad, this is an ad. And it's not an ad for him because he already has her in his life. It's an ad for everybody else. It's kind of that blinking that people were talking about in the comments. This is not a looks match, and the only situation this would happen in nature would be she got with a very good looking partner, he made him her children, he passed away or went to another place to find another mates or whatever, and she became alone with children, and now she wants this male to act as the provider, which is a convenience. That's all. She never instinctively wants to make children with him. Possible.
Was the one who actually came up to me first and talked to me. I was already thrown off right away. Just the fact that she was even talking to me blew my mind.
I first met Cam in the 8th grade. I saw him holding a Lord of the Rings book that was huge and had every story in it, so I immediately identified him as a fellow nerd, so I knew I had to go up and talk to him.
A lot of people.
It's not because people are fellows of your interests that you become attracted to them. For sure, if you like whatever you like, whether it's music or whatever, if you can imagine a person, a bad looking person from your opposite sex that has the same exact interests and would be a great company, do you want to make children with them? To jump on them? To do intercourse with them? No. You might want to have them as company, but nothing further.
At first sight, don't really notice it about her, but she is, I wouldn't say as nerdy as me, but is pretty up there.
If you look like Tom Cruise, Alan Delon, whatever, like a PSL god, you could be the nerdiest of guys in the freaking world. You could have a yo-yo, you could only play games all day. I mean, you could be as a dork as a person can be. Like, very quirky, very shy, whatever. There would be huge amounts of girls begging to date you because they would want to make children with you. In your case, because she's only there for conveniences, she doesn't care. Or as long as you don't bother her, she's fine with it. She just wants
friendship.
Convenience.
It took a pretty long time for us to really get the feelings going, but
I'm not saying that there isn't a friendship there. I mean, these sort of relationships, when they are healthy in terms of communication, typically mean that they are very friendly with each other. They're very compatible in terms of personality, let's say, because personality matters in a relationship between two people who communicate verbally.
I think it took me a while to realize I was attracted to Cam. I was definitely getting flustered and aggravated around him, but I couldn't figure out why until it hit me probably about a year into us being friends.
She once jokingly hit me in the chest.
The convenience of being with him, maybe seeing that he could provide, whether he's rich or not doesn't matter, but she realized that he was able to provide the life that she would like, or partially. So she pulled the trigger. She decided to move forward, and then it was her decision whether he was the one to ask or not. She saw a way to have a convenient life.
So hard that she actually bruised right at the center of my chest.
Because he got too close and it made me nervous.
Oh, I think I need a little bit of help figuring that out.
I think the red with the dark pants is a good fit. I'd say him and stuff.
I mean, in no way in the whole world these guys are whatever attracted. She's attracted to him. He's extremely beta. He's extremely feminized. Whenever a woman gets too low body fat, which apparently is not her case, she seems pretty healthy in terms of BMI. But whenever a guy, because it's the same, whenever a human body has a higher body fat percentage, like women tend to naturally have, which is good for them, men become feminized. Men should have a lower body fat than women. This guy has like 20, 30 possibly body fat. He should go near 10, 15, something like that. For sure below 18, and women for sure above 18. It's biology. And he's like, what should I wear? I don't know what to wear. I mean, you're a grown-up. Why don't you know what you feel like doing? I mean, do you forget that you have an intuition? That you have an instinct? This guy from NGO YouTube channel that made the video Being Ugly, My Experience or Perspective. The guy, I mean, his girl is not that big of a jump from him as compared to here. She's significantly shorter than him, significantly, like 8 inches, which makes her just the top of her hair right here. So she naturally looks up to him. And he's extremely alpha. He's extremely decisive. He's yeah, you feel comfortable just letting yourself like be a kid, and he decides whatever. Even though he doesn't have a lot of money, you feel like there is you can just rely on his brain, not yours as a female. So, and even as man, if he have a business or whatever, you see he has this decisiveness. I mean, here, no freaking way, it's impossible.
I was like comfortable. He likes his books, shirts, and his bands.
Her style definitely is more elegant. She tells me we're gonna go sit down somewhere, and I've just got on some random t-shirt and some sweatpants, and then yeah, she rounds the corner and she's in just some amazing.
Just the fact that she makes these videos, or he makes these videos, but whatever, just the fact that this is happening just already shows that people just are looking for attention.
Dress, heels on, everything, and I'm like, all right, hold on, 5 more minutes. Let me actually get ready here. I'm 5'4",
and I'm 5'8". I probably.
Are you joking with me? Like I was mentioning, the guy from NGO. It's basically the opposite, exactly. I mean, more actually, because he's like 6 feet and she's 5'4". So something like that, whatever, like 8 inches. Here, I mean, besides the already huge gap between them, it becomes even huger because of this. I mean, maybe she's infertile and she always wanted to have a kid, and you are it. It's the only reason. But still, she doesn't feel attracted to you.
At about 3 inches, 4 inches on my heels.
That's the part that doesn't help, is the heels, but I've definitely overheard people kind of making comments about us. I've definitely caught people take photos of us before. It definitely makes me feel much more self-conscious.
Yeah, I think that video that got
Yeah, not that incredibly good looking, but still not to look smart.
posted without our permission was one of the most irritating ones we've experienced so far, because it was just somebody who
In life, depends on where you live and the people that surround you and the karma that you have. Some people might show up to your comment section calling you out, because whenever you're living a lie, sooner or later that lie will be uncovered. You basically are being delusional, deluding yourself, your partner the same, and people see the lie, the blatant lie, and they just call it off. How do you say in English? My videos is exactly that. I'm calling out everybody that I say that isn't being truthful, honest. Thanks for watching.